that Wednesday.
Oh my God.
Did I? I did. I went to.
You did.
You did.
Jeff's
That
character
was
in our
awesome.
Alien game started up a whale-based space religion.
Shocker.
As you do.
I
As you
don't
do.
remember what it's called, but he's just like, everyone, if you want to
Ecology
sign up, go to the website, whalehole.com. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. So I try to go to the website, not on stream, just in case it's inappropriate. But it immediately crashes my fucking internet. Like, boom. Took a few minutes to come back on.
The stream ended. There was confusion. Chuck disappeared from the Zoom call.
The thing that fucked me up, though, is the fact that OBS, like, it was just like, I'm doing this. I don't care what. Because as soon as my internet came back, the stream just kicked right back in. The recording kicked right back in. I went back and I watched it, and there's like 5 minutes of me just sitting here like, what the fuck? All by myself. It was great.
So we get to see the other side of that, but you'll never see the conversations that happened while you were away, Chuck.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Missed
Those
out
would have
on-
been
on
really fun.
Quality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
Scientology, I think is what he's calling it.
what's that?
Scientology or something
That
like that.
sounds
Maybe?
right.
Ecology, yeah.
Scientology. Yeah. Definitely not a parody of some other.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Let us tell you about our space cruise ship. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. How is it going? We're here to play some Umerica. I don't fucking know. Let's just get into this shit. So last session, no, we're getting into it. I'm not doing a recap. Fuck that. You all are pulling up to Big Rib Q and Fuel in your broke ass car. It is now in the small hours of the night. And as you're slowly pulling up, your car's shaking, it's rattling, it's not doing
Rolling.
great. Barely holding together.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
Life imitates art.
But as you're pulling up, you can, I mean, in the distance, you can see the lights from Big Rib Q and Fuel. That's fantastic, actually. I tend to do that sometimes. Anyway. Shit. No, yeah, you can see the lights in the distance. I mean, this is a big place. It's got the restaurant, it's got a hotel, it's got a couple of like garages back behind it for different kinds of repair, along with all of the very high-tech looking sentry turrets on small towers surrounding the perimeter. But as you slowly make your way in, you come to a stop in one of the parking spots. Where would you all be parking at? Over by the hotel, maybe, in front of the restaurant, by one of the garages, or just kind of out and about somewhere?
Rolling towards the garages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Get out and push if we got to get to.
It
Yeah,
stops
whichever
like
one's
maybe
closest.
like 5 feet short of one of the garage spots. You can see the lights are completely out inside. You can see the lights of the restaurant are on. Looks like a 24-hour kind of joint. And you can also see that the hotel kind of more of a motel. Like all the rooms are accessible on the outside, but you can see their little lobby's got a light on. What do y'all want to do?
Anyone feel like some late night ribs?
I was about to say there's never a wrong time for ribs.
I could use a nap.
I could use some rocks.
You should go digging.
Yeah.
Strongly recommend.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
It's
I'm sure it'll be
way to get
fine.
service real fast.
Yeah. So yeah, those of you who, if you head into the restaurant, no sign of Mr. Big. There's a good number of patrons still here, kind of like a almost busy Denny's at late night, and you see
Is the
several.
drunk crap hour yet, or
It's definitely there, yeah. You can see several like floating orb style robots, really high tech looking things. And they've got all these kind of spindly arms sticking out from around there. And they're just floating up to the tables, refilling coffee, bringing out plates of food, talking in a real sweet southern kind of drawl as it's mechanical kind of thing. They move up to a table. But as you all come in, one of them floats up to the group of you. Well, howdy there, travelers. Welcome to Big Rib. You can sit wherever you like, and we'll be over with menus in just a minute. If any of you are interested, I can bring a fresh pot of coffee as well.
Yes,
100%.
please.
Sure.
Definitely the coffee.
All
Do
right.
you have any nice dirt, ma'am?
Oh, we can get you just about anything you want. You want dirt? You want it wet, dry, extra dry? Do you want it in a salad? Do you want it with just a little bit of moss? What is your opinion on insects?
I could do without the insects, but if they're there, I won't mind. If there's
Alright.
a fly in my dirt, I'll pick it out.
One bowl of dirt?
You know what?
Light crunch.
How about a classic mud pie?
Oh, I can do a mud pie. Get you a
All right.
mud pie with light crunch. I got you there. Well, I'll get that in. The rest of you go have a seat. I'll be over in just a minute. So you can see there's a little counter where you can kind of see back into the grill area. There's some booths here and there, tables out in the open. You can see kind of at one of those circular booths in a back corner, there's a very rough and haggard looking group. Look like some pretty road worn, like trucker caravan types. Pretty heavily armed, but just, sitting there, eating, having some coffee, not really conversating with each other. See maybe a older dude kind of passed out across the little counter where he sat on a stool. He's got this writhing mass of like snakes coming off his chin in place of a beard, and you can see even there passed out, sleeping kind of across his plate. What do y'all want to do? Where are you
I don't
want to
know.
sit?
We already got so many jobs stacked up.
You don't
that
have to
poor
talk to
fella's-
anyone.
That poor fella's dead tired. He's got snakes coming off his face. I mean, it'd just be rude, really.
Let him
I
rest.
mean, as long as he keeps the snakes to himself. I mean,
I would just like to state that I went to the motel office because I'm getting a room and going to bed.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's night out.
As you make it over to the hotel office, you go in, and there's a one of these little floating orbs. Well, greetings. How many's in the room tonight?
I don't know. 6.
6? You got it. We got a couple of big enough for that. You'll just need to have everyone come down here first to get their clean linens and towels. And she hands you like a small stack of linen, towels, pillowcase, that kind of stuff. Bar of soap.
Right. Just,
Not the soap.
Like, head down, he just trudges off to go get them from the restaurant.
Yeah, the rest of you, as you're finding a place to see, we'll say you find a nice booth. You see Robbie, like, barely conscious, trudging in, like, dragging some towels and bed sheets behind him.
Hey, you come to the office and get your stuff. I need to go to bed.
Okay. All right. I
Fine.
suppose.
try to wave down our robo waiter and let them know we'll be right back.
Sure thing. Still getting a fresh pot going for you and working on that mud pie. So yeah, easy enough. You go over there. It's maybe like 5 silver each or something like that. It's pretty cheap. I think from now on, we're just going to switch to calling them dollars.
Okay.
So silver
That's fine.
is $1. So like $5 each. Super
Like
dirt
a
cheap.
silver dollar, Chuck?
Don't make me math, John. How dare?
Indeed.
Yeah, you slide over some bucks, some ratty, torn up shreds of paper, and each of you gets a nice stack of, the amenities that they don't want to keep in the room so people don't steal them. She gives you all she gives one of you a key, one of those big kind of like floaty boat bobs on it.
Wait, one of you should have it.
All right, you're in a 103. Room's yours for the night. Checkout is at 11. Feel free to stop by for food over at the place. It looks like your car's out there. Might have beat up. Our mechanic won't be available till maybe a couple hours after sunrise. But he could probably help you up.
Do we need to worry about anyone like breaking into it or anything?
No, not in the slightest. This is
All right.
neutral territory here, and anyone violates it is immediately obliterated.
That's
Interesting.
great.
Part of me kind of wants to see it happen, but I don't want to be the person who does it to find out.
You definitely don't. Those big turrets out there can shoot through every building here, and their special guidance system will hit you no matter where you hide.
That sounds amazing.
Oh,
You steal a fork in the restaurant bathroom, we're going to have to clean a stall out.
Sounds like quite
All
the
right.
mess.
that's kind of terrifying.
Well, it's a safe place, and we're going to keep it there no matter how violent we have to be.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Safest and most dangerous place on Earth.
Anyway, Robbie, you are free to go to bed.
I go to bed.
Yeah. It is a very basic, run-of-the-mill, cheap hotel. But it's yours. It's got a couple queens and like 3 or 4 cots kind of lying throughout the room. But so the rest of you presumably head back to the restaurant. When you make it back to your table, there's 5 mugs of coffee, steaming hot, the pot setting on the table, and there is a mud pie setting where Lee was at. And you can see there's a little movement in there. They said light crunch.
Just normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, she comes up.
Makes the flavor pop.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
She comes up with a handful of menus. There's still the features, the ribs. They got a prominent spot on the menu. There's a few assorted drinks here and there. And then they got everything you would expect from your average ass diner. Assortment of sandwiches. There's breakfast style food. You want pancakes? They got pancakes. There's some non-traditional food for people like Lee, who don't work off of baseline
diet.
human diet. Yeah.
The important question is, can they give me like a grand sandwich, but with ribs?
Oh, that's our specialty. It's called the Big Sandwich with eggs.
That.
Not a problem. Bone in or bone out?
Both.
All right. You got it. What about the rest of you?
You have like a double down, you got like chicken and then there's like a block of cheese and like another piece of chicken. It's not necessarily a sandwich.
I
So-
feel like it's that only it's 2 slabs of ribs.
Well, yeah, we can
see, that'd be
certainly.
even better.
Yeah, we can certainly do that for you. But yeah, it's going to be rib. It'll be rib. It'll be cheese. It'll be rib. Question is, you want the smelly cheese or the slightly less smelly cheese?
The smelliest you've got.
You got it.
You're an
Alright.
angel.
Can I have a glass of rocks to wash this down with?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Big chunks or little chunks? More like gravel or actual like rocks?
Rocks.
All right.
Cubed or crushed?
I'll take rocks on the scotch, please.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. looking at Keineke and looking at Ingram. What do you two have?
I'll just have the ribs.
You got ribs? Sure thing.
Yeah, I just want a big old
All
plate
right,
of ribs.
ribs. All right. We got the big ribwich with eggs. We got our ribby cheese sandwich. We got a glass of rocks. 2 rib platters. I'll be back. And she just floats off. There's the little hum of like whatever repulsors keeping them in the air. Yeah, a few minutes later, food comes out. Still like before. It's cheap. It's real cheap. It's like, 1950s. Your grandfather talks about how things should be priced.
I bought
Kinda
it
cheap.
for a nickel.
It's
So
not
dirt
far
cheap.
off. It only leaves. So yeah, food comes out delicious, hot, tasty, slathered in wonderful barbecue sauce. Everything you'd want. So essentially, here's how this can go. If you get your food in, what did I say? If you eat the ribs, I think it's a D4 worth of healing.
Nice.
And once you're done eating, if there's nothing else you want to do here, you're free to head back to the hotel room. And just do your regular overnight healing at that point. I think it's, what is it, a point in everything?
Point and everything.
Yeah,
Which brings me almost up to full health.
nice. Yeah, it's peaceful. It's, there's the occasional little bit of sound outside, but nothing intense or worrisome.
Disappointment.
Yeah, it's a good night's rest. You wake up in the morning, they've got an actual shower here with actual hot water, and each of you got a bar of soap. So whoever needs to clean up, do that on your own. You do so.
And go stand outside in the sunshine for an
Yeah.
hour.
Absolutely. And kind of as morning's rolling around, maybe you sleep in a little bit, get kind of close to checkout time, and you can hear business is picking up. You can hear vehicles coming and going. You can hear people talking. You can hear the sounds of, work being done in the little mechanic shops, the garages over there.
At the risk of getting obliterated, I would not take any chances of staying past here, even a second past checkout.
No.
Oh, I think, but first thing in the morning is I'm gonna go try and get the car worked on,
Okay.
regardless of when checkout is.
Sure, yeah. You get up earlier than everyone else will say. Would anyone else get up with Keineke and go to the garage? I would say by this point, probably Robbie, you probably got up at like
Yeah.
sunrise,
Yeah.
and you're just out there planted in the ground, soaking in the
Yep.
rays.
Yep. So, I mean, if I've had my fill, I'll go with him.
Okay. So anyone who's going,
I'll go over by the car.
okay. So the rest of you still sleeping?
Not at all past checkout, but yes.
Okay. I mean,
Sure.
that's exactly what I would be doing.
Like right up until out
Yeah.
at 10:59. But
Yeah. So, you head over to the garage. You can see there's a handful of these little orbs floating around, working on different vehicles. They've got different kind of voice to them. You can see they're a little more beefy in their build. They've got more tool attachments. God damn it, I needed this size wrench. Where'd my 10 millimeter go? I lost this, I lost that. And all these, they're working on things. And eventually, you hear a voice. Hey! Y'all here to get some shit done on your car?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Not that I'm there.
And he walks up to you. Good to meet you. My name... Hang on a second. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, that's right. I put it here. He walks up.